This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai answered me and said, Write the vision, and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Ruach Kudash. And double honor to my teachers, the head apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well. And peace and salutations to the elect that scattered across the four corners of the planet Earth, pushing His truth and sincerity and meekness without waver, as well as risking their life and freedom to do so. This is your brother ICR from the GMS Cleveland Church, and I'm back with another lesson. And Lord willing, it is edifying to one of the Lord's elect. All right, we're going to hop right into it. This is 3 days ago from the People's Voice. As you see, prophecy, the main prophecy that we're waiting on, is about to start taking place. Well, it is taking place, but it's nearing the end of its fulfillment, right? As you see, Trump executive order will force Americans to surrender biometric data or lose their bank accounts, right? Which the word biometric, right? We can just look it up, all right? What does it mean? Biometric means involving the automated recognition of individuals by means of unique physical characteristics, typically for the purposes of security. You see, so that's what are some unique physical characteristics? Your eyes, what do they call it? Your retinas, your fingerprints, your palms. Amen. Facial recognition. You see, this is what's going to happen to all you people in the United States of America, which is Babylon the Great, mystery Babylon the Great, man. You have to submit to this devil's agenda, or you're going to lose your bank account, showing you that we're in that time. Revelation 13 and 16 is actually a physical thing, man. It's not no fucking, it's not sin. It's not sleeping with white women. Okay, it's not ideologies and philosophies and pledging allegiance to the so-called white man. No, it's an actual physical device. Okay, which is going to go in your right hand or your left hand or in the forehead, man. You see? Biometric data means bio meaning body, metric meaning measure. The measure of your body. All right, this is what Esau is about to do. Okay. It says Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has confirmed that a Trump administration executive order requiring U.S. banks to verify citizenship for every customer, new and existing, is actively, quote-unquote, in process. The policy means millions of Americans will have no choice but to obtain and present a U.S. passport containing embedded biometric facial data or risk being locked out of the banking system entirely. Okay? And I don't have a U.S. passport. Okay, so let's see how that goes. A lot of Jakes in this truth don't have a passport because we're not worried about fucking traveling the world. To you people who are joined to this society, you love this world, okay, you love this system, you're going to fall right into this devil's trap, man. All right? Like Apostle Har said yesterday, if they tell you to get your palm scan, your fingerprint scan, your eye scan, in order to do this and then that, do it. But don't put that damn MOTB in your hand, in your body, man. All right, that's how you trespass against your Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right, that's how you lose salvation. All right, you can do all of these things, but besides take that MOTB. All right, because that's ruining your chances of getting delivered. Hold on one second. Seasonal allergies, man. Hate this shit. But yeah, you can do all of those things. Get your eye scan, your finger scan, your palm scan, and you're not going off. But as soon as you open up and take that MOTB, which is a subdermal implantable device, you're through. Okay, because you can't take it out either. All right, contrary to what all these other camps say. All right, but it says this policy means millions of Americans will have no choice but to obtain and present a U.S. passport containing embedded biometric facial data or risk being locked out of the banking system entirely. Bessent made the remarks last week at a Semaphore dinner in the CNBC Invest in America forum. He argued banks must fully, quote unquote, know your customer, including legal immigration status, and declared that undocumented immigrants don't, quote unquote, don't have a right to be in the banking system. Okay. It says reports indicate the order will accept passports as the primary proof of citizenship, while real IDs and many other common documents that Americans have traditionally used to prove their identity, quote unquote, do not qualify, man. You see, this is him coming down with great wrath, man. All right. This is exactly what's happening. All right. Because he just rolled out those real IDs within the last couple of years. Now he's saying those things don't matter now and those things don't identify you. What was the point? You see, it was all gradualism. It was to lead up to what he's bringing out right now. A passport. You have to have a passport. Okay, that's how you identify yourself. You see? Give me 1 second, man. These allergies are killing me, man. All right. But this is the book of Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. And this is part of his great wrath, right? When you go into this word wrath, all right? Wrath is another, fierce is another word for wrath. But let's see what it says. In the Greek, it's the word thymos, right? Which means passion, angry, heat, anger forthwith, boiling up and soon subsiding again, right? It says a glow or ardor, the wine of passion, and flaming wine, which drives the drinker mad or kills him with its strength. All right, there goes fierceness, indignation, wrath. It says passion as if breathing hard. He's huffing and puffing, right? Just like he went to the Strait of Hormuz and said he gonna blow up them ships if they don't get out the fucking way. That's him coming down with great wrath. Okay. So if you don't abide by this man's rules, you're gonna be ostracized from this man's society. And I'm not gonna play this video, but this is a user from X, and she said Scott Bessent collapsed the British pound in 1992, the Japanese yen in 2013, and the Iranian rial in 2025. Is the U.S. dollar next, right? And I'm gonna check that out, all right, on another lesson, all right? Because the only way this system can be implemented is if this economy collapses, okay? All the debt cleared, and when society collapses, the debt that the United States owes to all the other countries is going to be gone, null and void, pretty much extinct, you see? And this is pretty much their fresh start when they bring in this system, all right? But you can't run away from owing people money. And that's what's going to be one of the driving forces for these countries to shoot missiles at this place, man. But it says the biometric trap. Every U.S. passport issued since 2007 is a biometric e-passport. It contains a what? An RFID microchip that stores your personal data along with a digital facial image specifically formatted for government official recognition systems. Although applying only requires a standard photo, that photo becomes permanent biometric data held by the State Department, right? This is him wanting to be like the Most High. Okay, he wants to know everybody by name, by face. Okay, where they're going, what they're eating. You see, this is the real dystopian society, right? Which means dark society, man. Okay, very grim, right? Always going to be watched, all right? Always going to be told what you can do and what you can't do. You see, it says by tying bank accounts to passport verification, the executive order transformed this biometric passport into a de facto national ID requirement for financial survival. Tens of millions of Americans without a passport will now be forced to get one, handing over their facial biometrics to the government in the process. This is not voluntary. It is compulsory access to your most personal biological identifier just to hold a checking or savings account. See, this is not voluntary, man. Okay, you will have to do this, man. All right. Dude, has not our elders and apostles been saying this for decades and decades that there's going to come a time where there's going to be draconian laws taking place and you're going to have to get down with the program or be put to death, man. Okay? This guy's not playing, man. All right? He's not playing at all. It says Scott Bessent, Soros protege turned Treasury Secretary. And it says Scott Bessent is no outsider to elite financial power. He spent years at Soros Fund Management, playing a direct role in the notorious 1992 Black Wednesday raid that netted over $1 billion by crashing the British pound and forcing the UK out of the European exchange rate mechanism. He later served as the chief investment officer under Soros and helped execute other major bets against national currencies, including the Japanese yen. Bessent even launched his own hedge fund with substantial seed money from Soros himself. So these guys are set up. Hey, the wicked elite banking family set these people up to bring in the collapse of this society. Okay, to bring in the downfall of the financial sector, if you might say, of the United States of America, Babylon the Great, so they can bring in a new one. Okay, which is going to be the Internet of all things, a blockchain. Everything's going to be on the grid. You see, money is going to be trackable and controllable. Okay. It says now, as Treasury Secretary, this longtime Soros ally is the public face of a policy that funnels ordinary Americans into a biometric database through their bank accounts. Okay. So hold on one second, man. Allergies, man. We gotta get out of here, man. All right. And this is the last section right here. All right. It says the real agenda, building the globalist digital control grid, right? And at the end, it shall speak and not lie, though it tarry, wait for it. It will surely come. It will not tarry, man. All right. Everything that we've seen on these movies dealing with technology and control is coming to fruition. Okay. So call all y'all Obashimi all shot, because that means we're almost out of here. It says the real agenda, building the globalist digital control grid. This is not merely an immigration enforcement tool. It is a critical step in the long-planned construction of a national and ultimately global biometric surveillance system. See, this is a long-planned thing. Okay. Esau took his time with this, all right, because they had this thing planned for fucking hundreds of years, man. You see? And they gradually brought it into fruition. They went from gold to fiat currency to people not even using physical money anymore, to using credit cards and bank cards, to Cash App, Apple Pay, and now it's going to a CBDC, man. Okay, and they're going to be able to track and control it. See, this is skillfully planned out, man. The scriptures say Esau Edom was a cunning hunter, right? Meaning he was very smart and subtle when as a hunter, all right, and he's hunting you people because you people are known as goyim to those small hats over there in the land, all right. So you're their cattle, Esau is a hunter. He knows how to hunt cattle, man. He knows how to hunt animals. All right. This is what he studies. This is what he studies, man. He studies human nature. All right. And he see that you people are nothing but sheep. Okay. It says by requiring biometric passports for banking access, the government is creating the infrastructure to link every citizen's face, identity, and financial life into one centralized digital profile, man. Right? And that's the word grapho, right? When you go into the word mark, the word is charagma, which means an imprinted mark or a stamp. But once you go into the root word of charagma, it's the word charax, which is going to be the delivery system for the mark, right? For the charagma, right? Which is a palisade, if you might say, which is really the needle that's going to put the charagma, the mark, inside of you. And guess what's going to be on that mark or inside that mark? Well, when you go into the root word of the word charax, right, it's the word grapho, which grapho means all written information about you. You see, all that information is going to be on that MOTB, man. All right, it said every face, identity, and financial life into one centralized digital profile, man. And the rich elite banking families already got all your information. That's what the guy Richard Werner said. He said the Bank of London already has all the MOTBs, these microchips, with all your information on it. And they're just waiting to roll it out, man. All right? And this could possibly happen before the year ends, man. Lord willing. It says this matches exactly what independent researchers and whistleblowers have warned about for decades. A cashless society where your biometric data becomes the key to every transaction. Who's the real whistleblowers in the independent research? The apostles and elders of Great Millstone, man. Okay, they're the ones that have been telling you the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Because we're breaking it down from the scriptures, man. The scriptures warn about this, right? The angel came to John in the island of Patmos at around 90 AD when he was in prison on the island of Patmos. And damn near 2,000 years later, right, it's coming to pass, man. So call all Yahweh Shemiel Shop, man. All right, because this is the only book that talks about a mark of the beast. And if you can't buy or sell, if you don't have it, you don't see no other book talking about it. Okay, and the prophets of Israel, right, of the Holy Scriptures, they're out here warning you, okay, in these last days that this system is going to take place, man. They're breaking down the prophecies to you correctly and directly, man. Okay, because John is back here teaching again, what we believe is Elder Ariala, all right? Our apostles, their elders. 1 second. Right? They're back here again in the reincarnation, man. Teaching you the truth, man. But it says this matches exactly what independent researchers and whistleblowers have warned about for decades. A cashless society where your biometric data becomes the key to every transaction. Once your face is digitalized and tied to your bank account, it becomes trivial to track, freeze, or deny access to funds based on compliance, social credit scores, or political behavior. The quote-unquote know your customer excuse is covered for building the mark of the beast style system that eliminates financial privacy forever, man. And I can really close out right there, man. All right. This is what's, hey, it's coming. We warned you. All right. You've been warned. All right. Your grandmother's been warned. Grandfather, your mother, your father, your siblings, your nieces and nephews, cousins, auntie, uncle, your best friend. All right. You all have been warned, man. All right. It says the Sorrel connection makes the picture even clearer, and Sorrel is a small hat. For years, Soros and his network have funded open border policies, global governance initiatives, and digital ID projects worldwide, placing one of his most trusted proteges inside the Trump administration. To push this biometric banking mandate is not a coincidence. It is the quiet continuation of the globalist agenda, now dressed up in America First rhetoric. Whether under Trump or any other administration, the end goal remains the same: total control through biometric identification linked to your money. Americans who value freedom must recognize this for what it is: the slow rollout of a digital prison where your own face becomes a lock on your bank account. The executive order is still in draft form as of April 21st, 2026, but the direction is unmistakable. This is how they build the cage, one security, quote-unquote, security measure at a time, man. All right, so I'm going to grab this precept, and I'm going to close out, man. All right, we're in that time. All right, we're in that time, man. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 16. And he calls us all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Right. So, is it what he was requiring? Is that the mark? Is the passport the mark? No. Okay, it's not the mark. Okay, so if they require you to get a passport, if they require you to do facial recognition, palm scan, fingerprint scan, whatever it is, okay, do it. Okay, as long as it's not taking an MOTB, man. Okay, because that MOTB ruins your chances of salvation, man. Okay, that physical mark, that subdermal implantable device, that radio frequency identification device, if you put that in your skin, inside your body, that's now a reason for Yahweh Basham Yahushua to destroy you, because you made a covenant with another God, all right? And also you made a covenant, you made a cut in your flesh, and those two are laws in the scriptures, man. You're not supposed to make no cutting in the flesh, because when you receive that mark, there's going to be a puncture, okay, for them to deliver it. Okay, that's one of the laws that's being broken. Now, when you receive it, okay, when it's actually inside of you, you're making a covenant with Esau, Edom, and his gods, man. You're now a perpetual slave unto him forever, right? But it talks about that in the law too. Okay, I think it's in Exodus. How if you take his, let's just grab it. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21. And I'm going to start at 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master and my wife and my children, I will not go out free. Meaning his servant, which is also a Hebrew, okay, Hebrew Israelite, right? If he loves his master, right? With your master, he's talking about his, his fellow neighbor, which is his brother, a fellow Israelite, right? Because he was working for him, he was employed, right? If he will not go out free because he loved his master, his wife, his children, he loved life, right? He loved his life. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door or unto the doorpost, and his master shall bore his ear with an awl, and he shall serve him forever, right? And the awl is back then was pretty much a device that identified whose servant you were. See, the modern day awl is going to be that MOTB, man. Okay, that RFID mark, that device, man. That's going to be the awl now, and they're not going to put it in your ear. They're going to put it in your right hand, your left hand, or in your forehead. All right, let's go to this word bore. All right, which bore means to pierce, right? So Esau knows the law. He knows the Holy Scriptures, but he's just doing it his way, You see, the scriptures talk about how he's a counterfeit, man, in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter. He wants to be like the Most High, and he's doing it his own way. He's doing it like he's the new improved Most High, you see. And the Lord has something in store for you Edomites, man, because you're the one that's bringing this upon the planet Earth. The Lord is using you as the vessel to bring in this system, man. All right. So once again, if you take that MOTB, right, you put it in your right hand, your left hand, or your forehead, you will be destroyed by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, and you will be left here in a lake of fire when these missiles turn this place into it, man. All right. This system is coming. You know, it's already here. It's just a matter of time before he comes down with even more great wrath. All right, and tells you that you have to take a subdermal implantable device, man. All right. So I'm going to close out. Lord willing, this is edifying to one of the Lord's elect. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Rechak Wadash, and double honor to my teachers, the head apostles and elders, a great millstone. And peace and salutations to the elect. Kwan Yasher Allah Shalom Wa Abad Babal.